Hello! It's the time of the month again for another TFAW unboxing. This is the channel. Each month I get a shipment from Things From Another World or TFAW.com where I get a bunch of different things. It could be apparel, it could be pins, you know, comics, pops, Funko Pops, you know, just a variety of things. And this month I got a big shipment in. So we're gonna crack this in and see what I got for the month of July. Alright. I already know this shipment, what's in it kind of, because I remember ordering a lot of stuff way back. And a few of these are packing peanuts. Okay, I'm grateful for the packing peanuts. Unfortunately, they just make a huge mess. So I don't know how to get all the stuff out of here. Yeah. Let's see. Packing peanuts. Oh. Okay, there's still more in here. I took... Remember in past times where I said I like it when they put the comics all together in a plastic bag? They didn't do it this time. They just stuck them all in there. TFAW. Whoever packed this one, what the hell? Because they didn't do it that way, now when I took everything out, it's getting packing peanuts everywhere. I rarely have a gripe with you guys. But whoever packed this, they did a crap job. Like, cool. Packing peanuts. I know you can't see me on the camera right now, just my arm. It's because I'm picking up all these packing peanuts. Which I'm fine with that, you know. Oddly enough, when I got the box, it was bulging a little at the top. Probably because they overpacked it. Alright, now let's just check my packing list. Wow, that's a big list. Alright, let's start this off one at a time. First up, this is the first thing I noticed. Yeah, is Black Adam #1. This is 1 of 12 limited series, first issue. Is there a reason I got this? No, probably just because it's Black Adam in general. It's cover A by Irvin Rodriguez. Look at that. You know, you might know Black Adam. He's not a straight up villain. He's in the Rogues Gallery of Shazam. You know, also known as Captain Marvel in DC Comics. But in recent years, he's been more of an anti-hero. You know, he's not entirely evil. You know, there's reasons he does what he does. But he's morally great. You know, he cares about his people, kind of like Doctor Doom. You know. But yeah, this is Black Adam, #1 of 12. You know, he's always been a cool character. You know, I checked it out, especially with the movie coming out with The Rock. Yep, next is... Ooh, oh, this is what I was waiting on. This is a series I heard about in a while. This is Do a Powerbomb. This is issue 1, and I got both variant covers. Or the regular and the variant. This is cover A by Johnson, cover B by Harren. Now, which one's which? Okay, first up, this is cover A, the Johnson cover. Now look at that, you know, it's pretty cool. I've had an idea for a comic for a while that involved wrestling, and I might still do that one of these days. I might do a webcomic instead, who knows. But you know me, I'm a wrestling fan, so when I heard about this, you know, Do a Powerbomb, oh, it was pretty cool, and look at that art. It's by Image Comics. One thing I like about them, they're willing to take chances. Look at that. Don't look at the glare of the TV. Now this is cover B. This is cover B by... Was that the other one here? Yeah, this is the Harren one. I don't have the first name, but it's a cool looking cover. Let's crack it open just a little bit. Yeah, I believe I subscribed. Ooh. I'm trying to figure out what move she's doing on the back. It's not a drop kick. Yeah. I always love wrestling. Oh! TGPW. Oh, okay. I want to see... Is this getting inspiration from New Japan? Because New Japan Pro Wrestling, their title is IGPW. What was it? The International Grand Prix Wrestling Champion. And this title says a TGPW. And it looks a lot closer to the classic IGPW title, which has changed now and looks horrible. US Steel Rose. The Tokyo Grand Heavyweight Champion. Yeah, this is Tokyo Grand. I said the International Grand Heavyweight. Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. This is in Japan. Okay, yeah. There's masked people. Might be a luchador. Cobra-san. Oh, there is a power. Oh, I thought this was a power bomb. Okay. Here, setting up for a power bomb, you know, going up and out the ring. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to check it out. I say that all the time. I'm gonna have to check it out. But I've been getting back into reading comics. Okay. Up next is this is Cowboy Bebop #1 blank sketch cover. You know, I already know what I want drawn on there. Either I'm gonna get Ein, the Corgi, drawn on there, or I'm probably gonna get Spike Seagull. You know, this is my favorite anime. Oh, this is issue 4. Cover D, the color blank sketch variant. Whenever there's a variant cover that's a different color, I try to get that because that was cool. I got the Harley Quinn one that's pink. I've got Silver Surfer that's black, Venom that's black. I've got a Ghost Rider one that's black, which you may have seen if you watch this channel. So, yeah. I do have the first cover somewhere. It's not a blank, but it's a regular one. So, check this out. I'm assuming this is adapting stuff. It's not continuing the story because that series did have a beginning and end. This is... Oh, I thought there was a crease. Oh, no. It's just a logo. This is Public Domain, issue 1 by Chip Zdarsky. And if you know me, he is one of my favorite people I've met. And speaking of which, in 8 days, I'll be attending San Diego Comic-Con. I haven't gone since 2017. No, 2016. And they haven't had San Diego Comic-Con since 2019 because of everything that happened in the year that we shall not name. Yeah. And Chip was one of the coolest people I ever met. So, anything he does, I'll support it. Now, if I remember, I believe this is a hero whose name goes into the public domain. He's a good artist. And ooh, did he do the art for this too, and the writing? This might be his writing to see. Blake Power, some secrets were meant to be exposed, some exposures were meant to be secret, eminent domain. Okay, so it looks like, weren't we the bad guys? Also, editor. Yeah, so I think Chip did, yeah. I think Chip did draw it and write it. And look, one thing I like about Chip's art, it's very clean. Look at the eyes. I remember this artwork in Sex Criminals. I really fell in love with his art. That's when I first met him, when I was getting that signed. He always has very clean artwork. I don't think it gets enough credit. Maybe because it doesn't like pop out or stand out at you like some other artists, but it's very clean. Look at this. And if you ever seen in the background where if you ever seen in the background where I have that drawing of Rick from Rick and Morty, that's by Chip Zdarsky. He did that like really quick, and I believe it only cost like $5. You know, cool guy. One of the best panels I ever went to is Chip Zdarsky. Awesome guy. If you ever see anything by him, pick it up. He's getting better and better. He always did comedic stuff for a while, then he started doing a little more serious stuff. I believe he's doing Daredevil at the moment. And he did the Spidey series for a while. And he always joked that he always wanted to do a Spider-Man series, and he finally got one. He's also done Howard the Duck and some others. So check it out, public domain. Chip Zdarsky from Image. Man, I'm getting a lot of Image this month. It's funny, people call me a Marvel fanboy when I criticize them, or DC fanboy when I criticize them. Yeah, but yet I have more Image stuff than anything. And up next, speaking of which, Poison Ivy #1. And I know I got this cover because it is a very beautiful cover. I want to take a guess and say it's by Art Germ. No, this is either Warren Louw, cardstock variant, or Jessica Fong. Now, I'm not sure because I don't know either of their work. I want to say it's Fong. I'm looking at the signature in the corner. Variant cover by Warren Louw. Thank you, DC. That makes things so much easier for me. Because some of these covers, like if you don't know the artist, it's hard to identify it, and sometimes some artists have very similar styles. So, yeah. Very beautiful cover. Look at that. I wish there was a glare. Show me up right now. Yeah, look at that Poison Ivy. It's beautiful. Okay, and this should be, yeah, here's the other one, Poison Ivy. This is the one by, it says right here, Jessica Fong. And this is a cool one too. Humanity had its chance. And this is Poison Ivy on the cover. You know, not as paint looking as there, but still pretty cool. Where these plants look very evil, and she's cutting up a steak to feed to the plants. Poison Ivy, I don't think gets enough love. Who's that by? The writer. No. Let's find out. I'm gonna breeze through this because it'll be a long video. Ah! This is one of my favorite teams. Well, it's sort of a team. What was it? In the 90s, early 90s, there was a time when the Fantastic Four were out for a little while where there was, I can't remember if they were injured or they had to go off world for a while. So they had to have 4 people kind of take their place and stand in as Fantastic Four. Now at the time, there were some heroes that were like the most popular in comics, so they kind of stuck them all together. And that team consists of the Hulk, you know, who was their muscle, replacing the Thing temporarily. Spider-Man, who was probably a, you know, their smart guy, you know, replacing Mr. Fantastic, you know, he's not stretchy. Their fire guy, their Human Torch, was replaced by Ghost Rider, you know, I believe it was the Johnny Blaze version, because it was early 90s. And then Wolverine was, I guess, their Invisible Woman. I'll say because he's stealthy. I don't know. Anyway, new Fantastic Four variant edition. Look at that cover. Now, I can't remember if this is a new miniseries of it. This is 1 of 5, or it's supposed to be reprinting the old one. I'm pretty sure, you know, because I do have the classic one, the original appearance of them. Oh, this is even the Grey Hulk, because at the time it was the Grey Hulk, and this is Johnny Blaze, and this is Wolverine of that time, and years ago. Okay. Oh no, this is a new story. It's even showing them. See? But yeah, they are my favorite version of Fantastic Four. There was a updated version a couple years ago that had the newer versions of each of these characters. There was Agent Venom standing in for Spider-Man. There was the Red Hulk for Hulk. There was a version of the Ghost Rider. I believe it was Alundra Blaze. She's fuck that version of Ghost Rider. She's horrible. And I believe it was X-23, and they were called Circle of 4. It was a pretty cool storyline. You know, they were fighting Mephisto and some other people. So I want to check this out, and I actually wouldn't mind another version of the new Fantastic Four, even of the Circle of 4, but maybe instead of Wolverine or X-23, they had Dawkins, and instead of Spider-Man, if they did a villain version of this, who would it be? I don't know who would stand in for Human Torch or Ghost Rider or Hulk. I don't know. It'd still be cool though. I mean, can't use Red Hulk, they've reused him. Yeah, and I didn't realize I got 2 covers of this. This is a different one. New Fantastic Four, obviously. Now, one was the regular version, and this one was the Zullo variant. So, yeah, the one you saw before, this one is the Zullo variant. In editing, it'll reflect that. Now, this is the newsstand version, and this is sharp. Especially look at the Hulk's look. He reminds me a lot of how he looks in the Ultimate Universe. Yeah, I've heard many artists before complain they hate drawing Spider-Man because they have to draw each of those individual little webbing lines. But also look over here and like, I would hate to do Ghost Rider. I'd have to do each and every little spike and every single little chain link, and just, I can see why some people just put the weapons on fire. It's a lot easier to draw. And newer Ghost Riders have far less spikes. I mean, look at the Hulk, you know. He's wearing fucking shirt and jeans. But still beautiful cover. Alright, got a few more single issues and then I'm going to get to the big stuff. Up next is Mindset by Zach Kaplan and John Pearson. This is from a company that I have a few comics from, Vault. Mindset issue 1. Let's see if I can find any more information about it. I hopefully I'm holding this up. Cover A by Pearson. I was following a lot of stuff by Vault Comics for a while. Like, I like to support... Okay, good. They're describing stuff on the back. Okay. When an introverted tech geek accidentally discovers mind control, he and his friends do something unexpected. They put the science into an app to help users break their technology addiction mindset. But as their mindset app achieves a dangerous cult following, lies, conspiracies, and murder come to light. Are they helping people or controlling them? So they're making an app to try to stop people to be so reliant on technology, and as a result, they're becoming reliant on the app. Okay, this is some really cool artwork. Look at this. It may not be for everyone's, but it has a very, you know, futuristic look. Not techno-punk. What's the term? Okay. Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk would be the feel of this. That's Mindset. Vault Comics, covered by Pearson. So that looks pretty cool. I like the premise of it. That's one thing I had liked about Image. They take risks, and smaller companies will do the same thing. So when you can support smaller companies. Up next, these are the big things that made the package so big and expensive. Now these are trade paperbacks of series that I already own and have read fully. Up first, and I'm gonna announce this one first because this one I was excited about, and because the movie just came out, Thor: Love and Thunder, is Thor: The Saga of Gorr, the God Butcher. Now this is what got me to love Thor. Normally I don't give a shit about the character. I'll be honest. Normally the character bores the hell out of me. Like he's not like how he is in the MCU. You know, they've made him a little more comedic, but this storyline made me fall in love with him. Like Jason Aaron wrote this, and like the art in it is incredible. And if you haven't seen Thor: Love and Thunder, I'll spoil some things to you. Now the whole premise behind this is that Gorr was this creature from another planet where his family and I believe his planet was dying, and on his dying breath he had prayed to his planet's gods, you know, to help save them. You know, they're dying, I need your help. And his prayers went unanswered. So he got revenge, and he wound up eventually killing that god, and he eventually vowed to kill all the gods. You know, he thought gods were hypocrites, that they looked down on people, that they deserved to die. And eventually he got more and more powerful. He's killing gods from one planet to another, you know, decimating them, and Thor is trying to figure out like what's happening, you know, why are gods disappearing. And eventually Gorr does get defeated, but it takes the effort of 3 different Thors from 3 different time periods. We encounter Gorr throughout Thor's life, and this is what makes it interesting. You see that Thor, as young Thor, met Gorr before he held Mjolnir, and then modern Thor, and then King Thor in the future after he had ascended and, you know, taken the place of Odin. He has one eye at that point, he has one arm, and he has the Thor Force and everything. And this has a lot of time travel, so it's pretty cool. So I'll read the back. A trail of blood consumes Thor's past, present, and future. Gods are vanishing across the ages, and Thor must unravel the gruesome mystery of Gorr the God Butcher. In the distant past, Thor discovers a cave echoing with the cries of tortured gods. In the present, Thor follows the bloody wake of murdered gods across the depths of space. And millennia from now, the last God King of Asgard makes his final stand against Gorr's berserker legions. As Thor's from 3 eras race to stop Gorr, his scheme's full extent is revealed. What is the God Bomb? At the end of time, the universe's remaining gods are enslaved, building a machine that will forever change the face of creation. 3 time-bending Thors unite, but will be all for naught as the massive God Bomb is triggered. Collecting Thor, God of Thunder 1 through 11, which I have each of those, and I have the first issue signed by Jason Aaron. But it is an incredible story. So, I highly recommend. If you don't know anything about Thor, you can jump into it, and this gives you a really good little, you know, introduction. And if you're not a fan of Thor, even better. Like, this is awesome. So I recommend this. I'm gonna read this as soon as I can. And if you're hoping this follows close to Thor: Love and Thunder, I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, but I already know it's different because that's combining the elements of the mighty Thor storyline where Jane becomes Thor with the Thor the God Butcher one. It's combining 2 storylines. So I'm thinking that one's not going to have the time traveling Thors, but it's going to have Jane substituting as one. And I was hoping Beta Ray Bill, but I've seen comments online saying Beta Ray Bill, who is an alien who wound up wielding Mjolnir and getting his own hammer eventually, that he would be in the movie, but I've heard he's not. But oh well. There's still some cool stuff. So I'm still gonna check it out, and I can't wait to read this. I wish it was hardcover though, but still, it's very cool. Up next, and this is thick. Now, years ago, I fell in love with this one character, very similar to Batman, but he was adapted from, I believe, the Wildstorm universe when DC bought them out. And this character is like Batman, and like, you know, he's smart, he can fight crime and everything, but he's kind of crazy. You know, he has a accelerated healing factor. He has accelerated mind, and another thing about him is he's gay. So, and oddly enough, his character, the person he dates, and is supposed to be similar to Superman. So, you know, but it's Midnighter, the complete collection by Steve Orlando, and I do have the first issue signed, and I met Steve Orlando, cool guy. So I'm gonna read the back of this while you look at it. Okay, he can burst your eyeballs and punch his fist through your liver before you even see him coming, and he's a good guy. Meet Midnighter, the man with a fight computer implanted in his brain who can calculate a million different ways to take out his enemies before they can even blink. Newly single after a recent split from his longtime beau, Apollo. That's when I told you that's like Superman. You know, he's even powered by the sun. Midnighter is looking for some bad guys to beat up and a new shot of love. First, he'll need to deal with the repercussions of a break-in at the God Garden, the place that created him. Someone has stolen the garden's black science tech and is using it to create weaponized folklore. Furthermore, they've stolen information about Midnighter's true identity, information the violent vigilante wants back. In another case, the hunt for weapons stolen from Spiral headquarters leads Midnighter on a collision course with Task Force X, aka the Suicide Squad. And when Midnighter and Apollo's long-awaited reunion is cut short by the forces of the underworld, Midnighter raises all hell to rescue the man he loves. And before you think anything, like, this is a super violent series. Like, there's a scene where he's fighting a villain whose powers throw off your equilibrium, make you dizzy. So how does he counteract that? He gets knives, shoves them in his ears, and pops his own eardrums. Yeah. So written by Steve Orlando, with artwork by ACO, who did Deathstroke, Hugo Patrias, who did Catwoman, Fernando Blanco, who did Batwoman, and more. Midnighter, the complete collection, is a chock full of action, romance, humor, and espionage. This volume features all 12 issues of the GLAAD-nominated Midnighter series, Midnighter and Apollo 1 through 6. Oh, that's even better. And stories from DC Cybernetics Summer #1 and DC Pride #1. See, I thought this was only Midnighter issues 1 through 12, which I have but haven't got around reading, and I have the Apollo miniseries, so that's really good. So that's 12 plus 6, that's 18 issues, plus 2 other comics, so 20 issues. Wow, that's really good. This is basically 20 comics, and look how thick that spine is. So I'm definitely going to read this bad son of a... I'm swearing along this video. So, yeah. I'm going to read this. I'm very happy about this. I love Midnighter, and this is basically what the first cover looked like. So anyways, that's it for the month of July, and that is my very big shipment for this month. And I got some trade paperbacks, which I'll be reading soon, hopefully, or I might take with me to San Diego Comic-Con to read. I will have another video. I don't know how much I'm going to feel at San Diego Comic-Con. Since I'm only going to be there for one day, I only managed to get a badge for a Thursday. So I'm probably going to leave super early that Thursday, spend the whole day as long as I can there, and then drive back, and I might go somewhere else in the meantime on the way back. Who knows? I'll try to film some stuff. I probably won't film too much because I'm only going to be there a day, and I want to squeeze in as much as I can in terms of signatures, sketches, and stuff. I haven't even begun packing or planning at all, and I'm leaving in 8 days. Normally I would have already planned this like weeks ago, but whatever. And I'll do a video showing how to pack for a convention. It'll be a little bit different. I've actually shot that video once before. Fella was out of date, did an updated version, and then never got around to it, so I'll do it again. But yeah. Anyways, if you like this video, please leave a comment below, you know, like, share, subscribe, click the bell notification if you can, you know. I know some of you occasionally reach out to me and tell me like, hey, I don't see any videos up, and I'll have uploaded video, but I'm also inconsistent, so if there's something of mine you want to see, let me know, or go back and watch some of my older stuff, because I have hundreds and hundreds of videos on here. So many things. So, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again, and I'll I'll catch you next time. Bye. This video is not sponsored, but it should be.